Chapter 1 Son, when will you start a rebellion? Holy Heaven Continent. Li Yang Dynasty. The former emperor, Qin Yu, suddenly perished, and the crown prince ascended the throne. However, after the current emperor ascended the throne, he indulged in debauchery, causing the entire dynasty's people to suffer immensely. 3 kings of different surnames, who had been plotting for a long time, raised armies and rebelled. For a time, the entire Li Yang dynasty was engulfed in war, and the common people suffered even more. Northern Liang. Inside the Northern Liang royal mansion, on a pavilion in a lake, a lazy young man leaned on a chair, holding a fishing rod, fishing in the lake. The young man was handsome, with an extraordinary temperament, and a smile always graced his face. His name was Li Luo, the only son of the Northern Liang king. However, Li Luo had a secret unknown to others. He was actually a transmigrator from Earth. After transmigration to this world, Li Luo discovered that this world was one where the strong preyed on the weak, and there were martial artists who could ascend to the heavens and descend into the earth. Nevertheless, he was fortunate enough to be born into a good family in this life. He was the heir of the Northern Liang royal mansion from birth. At this moment, several beautiful maids beside Li Luo fanned him and brewed tea. Behind him, a burly middle-aged man in a python robe paced back and forth, seemingly very anxious. This man in the python robe was Li Luo's biological father, Li Baixiong, the Northern Liang king, renowned throughout the Li Yang dynasty. "Dad, can you please settle down and have a cup of tea?" "Lily." Li Luo heard the footsteps behind him and motioned to a maid beside him to brew tea for my old dad. "Your Highness, please have some tea." The maid named Lili respectfully offered a cup of tea to Li Baixiong. Li Baixiong took the tea, drank it in one gulp, and then looked at Li Luo anxiously, saying, "Son, when are you going to raise an army and rebel? As long as you say the word, my old dad will immediately lead our 300,000 Northern Liang army to conquer a kingdom for you. Then you can just be your emperor, and my old dad will help you defend the kingdom." As soon as Li Baixiong spoke, the surrounding maids instinctively retreated. Li Luo picked up the tea, took a sip, and said speechlessly, "Dad, what are you so anxious about? What if this is a trap by that old emperor?" A glimmer of surprise flashed in Li Luo's eyes. 2 years ago, news suddenly spread from the Li Yang imperial capital. It was said that the former emperor, Qin Yu, perished due to qi deviation while cultivating. He instantly disintegrated into ashes, leaving no corpse behind. Qin Yu was a peak Great Evolution Realm expert, and Li Luo didn't quite believe he would perish so suddenly. How is that possible? My old dad and the other 3 kings who planned to rebel all went to confirm it together. The remaining key in the ashes was indeed undoubtedly that of the old emperor. "Son, even if we don't rebel, our Northern Liang cannot remain aloof. It's better to rebel with them. While my old dad is still strong, I can conquer a kingdom for you." Li Baixiong earnestly persuaded Li Luo to rebel. Li Luo was the only heir of their Li family. Therefore, Li Luo was doted on immensely by Li Baixiong. If Li Luo was unwilling, Li Baixiong would not force him. Regarding the matter of rebellion, Li Luo also had his own considerations. Qin Yu was only one of the reasons he didn't let my old dad raise an army and rebel. Actually, the most important reason was he was waiting for his system to finish loading. This system had been with him since he transmigrated, but it had always been in a loading state. It had been loading for over 10 years and still wasn't ready. "Dad, weren't you quite loyal to the old emperor? Why do you keep telling me to raise an army and rebel?" Li Luo came back to his senses, smiled faintly at my old dad, and teased him. The Li Yang dynasty was established by my old dad fighting alongside the old emperor. He was deeply trusted by the old emperor. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been conferred the title of Northern Liang king, given command of 300,000 Northern Liang army, and tasked with guarding Northern Liang. "Pa, stop talking nonsense with me. It's true that my old dad is loyal, but my loyalty is to the people of the Li Yang dynasty, not to their Qin family. That prodigal Qin Yun is truly something. A perfectly good dynasty has been turned into a mess by him. That day in the imperial palace, I should have cleaved him in half. Li Baixong said angrily. Li Luo smiled wryly. The Qin Yun my old dad mentioned, of course, referred to the current emperor. Li Luo was quite satisfied with Li Baixong. My old dad was loyal, but not foolishly loyal. Reporting to your highness, the crown prince has arrived. Just then, their royal mansion's steward rushed over in a hurry to report. What is that dog-spawn Qin Yun doing in my northern Liang? Li Baixong frowned, a look of confusion appearing on his face. Li Luo sneered. What else could he be doing? Of course, he's here to ask us for help. Li Baixong nodded slightly, thinking his good son's words made sense. Son, when you've decided when to rebel, remember to tell my old dad, all right? My old dad is going to see that dog spawn now. Li Baixong flicked his python robe, not forgetting to remind Li Luo before leaving. The steward beside him, hearing the two words rebel, was so scared that he immediately lowered his head. Li Luo waved his hand, watching my old dad leave. Not long after Li Baixong left, 5 men in battle armor, with spiritual energy surging around them, appeared. Your Highness, the heir apparent. The 5 men respectfully knelt on one knee, their eyes gleaming with respect. These 5 men were the generals of their northern Liang. Li Luo held an extremely high position in the northern Liang army. Northern Liang belonged to the border regions of the Liang dynasty. Beyond northern Liang was the wilderness. Li Luo, relying on his military knowledge from his previous life, had repeatedly commanded the northern Liang army to defeat raids from the wilderness. Therefore, Li Luo was deeply respected by the northern Liang army. What's the news? Li Luo raised his fishing rod, and a fish was caught. It flapped a few times in Li Luo's hand before being released by Li Luo. Your Highness, the heir apparent, you truly predict things like a god. Prince Wu has already taken control of most of the eastern territory of the dynasty, and Prince Jin has also gone north and confronted Prince Wu. And Qi King, who is in the western territory, after completely taking control of the western territory, has gathered troops towards our northern Liang border, secretly stirring. Quote, a general said admiringly. Everything he said was what Li Luo had predicted in advance. Prince Wu in the east and Prince Jin in the south were powerful. Both kings were not only great evolution realm experts themselves, but they also had several spiritual sea realm experts under their command. Although the imperial capital had 500,000 imperial guards, there were no great evolution realm experts guarding the imperial palace. Therefore, the imperial capital was already in the hands of the 3 rebellious kings. Now their most important opponents were each other. And their northern Liang? The strength of their northern Liang was the strongest among the 4 kings. Therefore, what worried Li Luo the most was Qi King and Prince Wu joining forces against their northern Liang. Given Qi King's current movements, it seemed to be developing in the direction he had guessed. Although there had been no movement from Prince Wu's side yet. But Qi King's actions couldn't help but make him wary.